This is the Webtalkshow, and I'm your host, Nico Gutjahr. And today we're talking with Christina Milian. She's the star of the brand new season 3 of Step Up. It's out on Lionsgate Plus. But before we start, we take a look at the trailer.
High water isn't a school. Schools have to stamp out a product that conforms to the world. At high water, you're seen as a creator, someone who will change the world.
One fam, one roof, one tour.
Say, Jonah, you're under arrest for the murder of Ernest Octavio.
Colette, I didn't do this.
I know you did it.
The tour is done. How are you gonna recoup the 20 million that I put up?
What if we can get Rigo to fill in for you? This is your shot, and you just show him what you can do.
Perfect. Christina, how and where are you?
I'm doing very well, Nico. How are you?
Thank you. I'm so good. And from all over Germany, we miss your music.
Hi.
We will talk about that a moment later. Let's talk about Step Up Season 3. There's a new queen in town, I guess, right?
Yes, Colette is here, and I get to play the wonderful character and very diverse character of Colette in Step Up. So it's a very exciting season. They've already had 2 seasons prior to this, and I've just become the new addition.
And a very good one. And I guess this role must be so much fun. It starts with a little bit like, yeah, not that tough, but becoming much more powerful with every episode. What have you thought about the role when it was first presented to you?
Wow. When I first heard about the role, Holly, which is Sorensen, which is the creator of the show, she just explained to me all the layers of this character of Colette. And I was like, okay, this just sounds too good to be true. I mean, everything she's explaining, it sounded like it had little versions of me in it, but then there were other versions of me that I want, like in my fantasy that I think that I'm like. And then I love the power and the drive of this woman. And then also the secrets and the mysteries that she's also hiding. So it sounded like a dream come true for any female actress to be able to play a role where it's beyond just one tone. Like, her story has many layers, and the challenges she's kind of put in front of her right now this season and are pretty tough ones. But she can handle it, and even when she can't, she's got it. She's gonna figure it out.
And you got the opportunity to play with the awesome Neo.
Yeah, Neo's dope. I've actually known Neo for a long time as a musician. The two of us are also songwriters together. Neo happened to vocal produce me on my Dip It Low record, and we wrote a few songs actually for other artists together. So I'm really happy that we had the connection already ahead of time, and then playing his girl, it was going to be new, but I actually felt really comfortable because I was like, oh, I know you, and I know how respectful you are and how cool you are. But then, hey, I got to see what a great actor he is, and he was doing his act. He inspired me while we were doing a lot of the scenes, and as we got to know each other more and more through our characters, through each episode, I feel like it got better and better.
I want to talk with you about 2 scenes. One of my favorites. We were all witness of the worst meltdown on a concert, and your character was standing aside oh my, so unbelievable. And I just wanted to ask, how much time did you had for that concert? I hope a lot, because it looks so good.
Oh, for that concert in the series? I mean, I think that was one of the first things. That might have been my first scene that I shot for the series. And didn't have a lot of time. We just jumped into this stage scene, and you see Sage have this huge meltdown, which Neo in real life would never do. But Sage on the show, I was like, oh, I didn't even know that Neo had this side of him. It was like he was letting out some rage that the nice Neo doesn't get to do. That Neo in real life, not the nice Neo, that Neo in real life doesn't get to do. He was letting it out through Sage. So it was pretty crazy. I came in, and our first scene was that and him fight in a fight instantly, So it was a lot of crazy energy. And on top of that, I'm still getting to know everybody on the set and stuff. So I was just like, hey, okay, cool. I came to do my scene, but that was a real meltdown. It's so common that managers usually have to clean up for artists all the time. There are artists like Sage that have these crazy meltdowns, and then the management has to come and clean up and make everybody look good. So
before I tell you the second scene, we have to talk a bit about your music. AM to PM, When You Look at Me, you can't believe how much times I dance to your music. When I just hear do 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 do, it's always you. It's always you. I'm always all the lyrics live inside of me. So do you listen to the old school stuff of yourself once in a while, or is it gone?
You know, I probably listen to that more than anything, even because I am so not current in these times. I have kids now, so my kids lead me to watching things like that they watch on YouTube. And they're babies. My 12-year-old's into music, but she's like not. She just watches TikTok. So for me, I'm kind of like lost. So I just go back to my old tunes. And so like if I'm on the treadmill, I'll listen to my Christina Milian, the self-titled album, or else I'll listen to Say I. I'll listen to all my old tunes. And actually it's like they're still, to me, it's still a bop. Like a lot of people still listen to them to this day. And I think the nostalgia of it makes me feel good instead of trying to keep up with the new kids.
When somebody said, somebody hit the light, I'm always like, we can rock it day and night. And you were also one of the writers of Jennifer Lopez's play, which I always thought this would be a Christina Milian song.
Oh, you thought that?
Yeah.
I mean, you were right on point. You were on point. When I first wrote that song, I wrote it in thinking of a song for that I was writing it for myself. But the same week that I wrote that song, I wrote AM to PM, and I felt there were two similar party songs, and I was like, I wanted AM to PM to be a single so bad that I didn't like really bring play to the record label because I didn't want them to like say, oh, be conflicting about it. So then the producers played it for Tommy Mottola, and he decided he wanted to make it a single for Jennifer Lopez, and I was like, yeah, that's a slam dunk for sure.
For whom did you wrote Baby? Now we all know it from Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I was pregnant at the time, and actually my ex-husband, he's a writer called The Dream. We were in the studio and he just like randomly asked me if I wanted to write some lyrics on there. And so he just played me the first verse, like just the music. And so that's how that came along. It was just so unexpected. He told me about this new kid that's coming out, and like Justin was like, he was a baby. He just barely came out. But I like to write like melodic pop songs, and it just kind of made sense. So yeah, it ended up being a hit. A huge, mega, worldwide hit.
It is, and I'm happy that you be a part of it. So I want to tell you the second scene I loved most in the pilot episode. It's not that much, but there's a short fire between Colette and Poppy, played by the awesome Kendra or Yesenia Willis, and to see you two women, ladies, on fire with this thing in your eyes was so good. So I guess first time on set you met, you felt it, or did it come out when the cameras were rolling?
I mean, even those scenes, let me tell you. Okay, so all of my scenes, because I was pregnant, they crammed all of my scenes into the first 3 months of filming. So every day I was shooting out everything. Then everybody else kind of got to film, like any other scene in between got shot after that. So like my first couple scenes were literally that scenes with Kendra where I'm like, we're both like at each other, but I'm literally just meeting her for the first time. And so it's crazy because you have this sense of tension in your characters, and I'm such a bubbly personality. I'm like, I hope they like me because, you know, I'm totally not like this. And then it was COVID at the time too, so we couldn't really hang out after the set or even on set. We were like 6 feet apart, everybody. So it took a couple weeks before everybody got to warm up with each other, but you could feel that energy with my character. And I kind of liked the fact that knowing I was playing Colette and she was supposed to be that way, I was like, it's okay. There's like levels to her power. She's supposed to feel a certain way. So in my head, I was like, okay, that's how it's okay. She doesn't have to be liked by everyone. And so it worked out. That kind of like unknowing relationship worked out perfect for it.
Boss to the bosses. I'm a leader, bruh. If they on the offense, I'm a DM up.
I need total control of the tour.
So this is how you want to play, huh?
You and I both know you got one play, so learn to love it.
I've been waiting for this moment for so long.
Dance auditions are gonna be tough, but the real heat, that comes later.
We have to live for right now, and we have to do it for each other.
We don't stop. Make it to the top.
How can I even trust you?
Everything we worked for is gonna go up in flames.
This is a life-changing moment.
Just time to step up.
Thank you so much for your time on the Web Talk Show, Christina Milian.
thank you.
And you have now a beautiful opportunity. You can say into your camera what you always wanted to say but never have said yet. And I'm curious what this will be. And for you out there, please check out the new season 3 of Step Up. It's available on Lionsgate Plus. We see us again at the Web Talk Show. My name is Nico Gutjahr. And now the final words of the day by Christina Milian. See you then.
Well, what have I always wanted to say, never had said yet? Shit fun. Can I curse?
Of course.
Just kidding. Just don't fuck with a bad bitch. There you go.